going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about algae control, but before I get into that, I got to take this exam. See you in a second. Alright, before I get into how to get rid of the algae in your aquarium, I needed to stop at the store to get one of the things that, in my instance, is going to help me rid myself of the algae in the aquarium. Before I get out of here, you guys got to check this thing out. A goonch catfish. These things are crazy. They're known to eat people. They get 6.5 feet, and they have multiple rows of very sharp teeth in their wide mouth. I've just never personally seen one in this color variant. Usually I see them in like a dark gray color. But as you can see, this guy's like a white color, maybe beige with a couple of brown spots, and he blends into the substrate great. Alright, now let's go take care of that algae. First things first is lighting. If you leave your light on all the time, or in my instance, your fish tank is right in front of a window, you're probably going to grow algae. So reduce as much light as possible. The next method is to manually remove the algae. Now, this is going to take the most amount of work, but it's also the most effective. Right here, I'm just scraping the glass, got a little magnet, rub it up and down on the glass, and it removes the algae, putting it into the water column. And if your aquarium has decor in it, all you have to do is take out the decor and scrub it with some form of a brush and rinse it off, and the algae will be gone. But if you're scraping the glass, the next step is going to help out a lot. It's something we all have to do anyways, so we might as well do it, and that's a water change. The purpose of this water change is not just the regular weekly maintenance or bi-weekly maintenance that you do to lower the nitrites and nitrate level and all that jazz. This is just to pick up the algae that's floating within the water column to physically remove it from the aquarium. I'm going to do probably about a 50% water change on this right now. I'm bringing it down to a little bit above 50%, maybe like 40. And then I'm going to fill it back up. And once it's filled up, I'll add this heater. Because the heater in there right now is broken, it's not working, so the tank is a lot cooler than normal. Right now the tank's about 76 degrees, I would assume. And that's like ideal growing conditions for plant life, which will, in turn make your algae grow. And once we get this heater in there, we'll slowly bring it up to temperature and get it back to about 90 degrees because that's what my buddy here likes. And speaking of likes, why don't you guys like this video and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, because in this tank, we're going to be having babies. I just witnessed the breeding process and didn't grab the phone, so stay tuned for that in the next video. If you're in the same situation like me, you want to make sure that you put your heater into the aquarium and let it sit there for like a good 20 minutes before you plug it in, just so it doesn't explode on you. As you can see, it's already a lot more clear, a lot less green, but we're going to add some of this. It's Algae Fix by API. One thing I got to stress to you guys is read the directions on how to use chemicals when you add them into your fish tanks. A lot of people say these things kill your fish, and they do if you overdose your fish. So just make sure you read it and understand it before you give it to your fish. This stuff here calls for 1 milliliter per 10 US gallons. I'm only going to put 2 milliliters in there, even though it's a 40-gallon tank, because I did the full water change. And I know Toast personally doesn't like chemicals added to his fish tank. He doesn't do well with it. The cap is actually a little measuring cup. As you can see, there's an indent in the bottom that says 1 mil. That is 1 milliliter. So I'm just going to put one of those in there. Got about 2 milliliters here in this cup. I'm just going to pour some into the tank and then some on the other side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to shut off this light and check it out tomorrow. So it's the next day, and look how well this has already worked. You can clearly see the Toast. He's doing good. Like I said, he acts weird when you put chemicals into his tank. He doesn't like it. He'll basically just sit in this position for a day, maybe 2. We do have to do more water changes and more dosing with the Algae Fix. That's why I told you guys to read the back of the bottle. You should always be reading the back of the bottle when you medicate your fish. And just as with like a Tylenol or an aspirin, you don't wake up every morning and take one, so nor should your fish get medicine every day and only when they need it. So I showed you guys all the steps. I didn't show you the repetition of the final step because I want you guys, if you have this issue, to go out, get the medicine that you need, read the back of the bottle, and learn for yourself because, gave you the knowledge. You can go out and learn how to perform these things yourself, which is my goal. And by the next video, this tank will be as clear as this one. Till next time, guys, peace.